Oh, God, he's
out on the YouTube scene, calling out the folks who act all mean. With that easily and Bruce the Deuce, he's the one who keeps them loose. The lead's got tails with gaps so wide, like a pasta strainer, Bruce can't hide. He tells a yarn, then tells it twice, but Spawn Trooper's there to add some spice. Spawn Trooper's on the hunt, no lie, exposing nonsense with a gleam in his eye. Fat Lisa Lee and Bruce the Deuce, he's got on the corner, they got no excuse. But his credibility's blown away. Less trusted than Meyer Ned on the scene. When he speaks, folks cringe and lean. Spawn Troopers out on the YouTube scene, calling out the folks who act all mean. With that Lisa Lee and Bruce the Deuce, he's the one who keeps them loose. The lead's got tails with gaps so wide, like a pasta strainer, Bruce can't hide. Tells a yarn, then tells it twice, but Spawn Trooper's there to add some spice. Spawn Trooper's on the hunt, no lie, exposing nonsense with a gleam in his eye. Fat Lisa Lee and Bruce the Deuce, he's got on the corner, they got no excuse. Oh, Bruce the Deuce, a lawyer they say.
Warning. The following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. The whole time I've been talking and I forgot to turn the fucking mic on. Oh shit, you can't make this crap up. Oh, good morning everybody. Oh, that was too funny. Oh shit. Oh god, yeah. Excuse me. Good morning everybody. I hope everyone's fine. You know, sometimes you really have to laugh at your own stupidity. Excuse me. You really do. Let me change that around. There you go. Anyway, sorry, let me catch up with... Oh, God, I can't believe I did that. Excuse me. Shit, a brick. That's funny. That was funny. Oh, God. After the flea stream last night, I really fear for the safety of everyone, including the children at LC Train Festival on Christmas. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't actually. Well, I don't even watch them. So, yeah, you're more than welcome to come on and explain it. I mean, I wasn't going to do. I just wanted to do just like, good morning, happy Sunday, let's have a coffee. I know some of you don't sleep at all, so it's only fair, So, Rattus, if you got a good signal and you want to come on and you want to explain what the fuck happened, I can't believe my microphone. Fucking, I muted my mic. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to come on, feel free. I am going to obviously police who comes on today. But shit. Well, anyway, yeah. Yeah. Good. Hi, Tim, Ozzy, Gary, Ammo Girl, Sienna, Karen Atkins, welcome. DJ Rattus, hi, Gary again, Margaret, who else we got? Who am I missing? Digi, hi, Seagirl, hi, how you doing? I'm gonna say hello to you guys. Mud Dog, hey Mud Dog, top of the morning to you. Yeah, so Marlin, good afternoon, Sport Uber, and all the chat tonight. About 10 to 12 hours, Bert is knocking on, and I put on a new plastic roof on my outdoor room, holding. Wait, what? Chat night. Oh yeah. So, right, so do you want to come on, or are you too scared? Hey, you chicken or what? Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? You got the link, dude. So you're more than welcome. It was actually fact today was just going to be a quick one. I mean, like I did a day, I must admit, I watch Shizzy's Yamaha biker. If you out there, or if you, yeah, me and you need to talk, mate. Fucking me and you have got exactly the same mentality when it comes to dumb people. Oh, that guy, I like that guy. I like Shizzy as well. I mean, I don't know much about these guys, but yeah. So, Raz, are you still there, or are you hiding again? Come on, Raz, come on. One bar, come on. I know you can do it. I know you can do it, mate. You can try. And to be perfectly honest with you, hang on a minute, I need to change something here. There you go. That's better there. Oh, for fuck's sake! There you go. I got a sneeze. Fucking hell. Yeah, sorry about that. I totally forgot to unmute my mic. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure everything was sorted and done. I totally forgot to unmute my mic. So my apologies. I can't believe I did that. Oh shit! I must admit, part of my laughter is partly because of watching Shizzy and those. I'm still out. I'm still out on debate about expert, but yeah, that was funny as fuck. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Thank you very much. It looks like I'm coming out with a cold, so my voice may get deeper, and therefore I can tell you stories in a deep voice. Once upon a time, there was a bear. He lived in the tree lines, and one day, people asked for help. And oh my god, that wind is strong. Yeah. Oh, Jen here? Where's Jen? Oh, Jen. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like shit, yeah, there was like ooh. Yes, there was a very interesting, how can I put it? There was a very interesting comment made in a stream, a certain person's stream. No, I'm not going to save that. I'm going to copy it. Someone, no, yeah, I'm going to save it. Fuck it. Right, let's do that one. Let's go like that. Yeah, someone made a very interesting. So it's a very no, made a very interesting. 1 second, I just need to edit the picture. I just need to photo edit. I just need to. Yes, let's take that. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to effects, blur's region. There you go. I'm just what I'm doing. I am just oh god, what am I doing? Can't believe I did it. Oh, this is funny. Right, okay, so oh shit, was that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. That's the one I wanted to save. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Right. There you go. Just bear with me a second. Wait, what have we done here? What have we done? Ah, shit. Please hold, your call's important to me. Do you know, it amazes me how stupid people can get. It just does. I mean, like I've been saying for a long time now that you can't make this shit up. You just can't be this dumb or this slow, or there has to be a reason why some of these people are actually dumb. And I'm not going to hide other people's names, because at the end of the day, right, they are exactly in the same boat as these idiots are. But I'm going to highlight a picture. Save as. That's going to come out as a PNG. That's going to go on the desktop. That's going to go like that. Pow. Sweet. Right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Here's the thing, right? When you make threats, have I done something to? What do you mean? Have I done something to? What are you on about, Missy? What are you on about? I want you to have a look at this comment here. This one here. I want you to look at this message here. All right. It says here, I wonder how he would like it to taste of his own medicine. I know the address of your house, JH and G living. Now, that there tells me that's a threat. That's a threat. So now, technically, Al Sheep, what the hell spawned through? What are you on about, Al? Speak to me, Goose. I would constitute that as a threat. I would constitute that as a threat. Not a direct threat, but an indirect threat. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. we've already I mean, like I said, I'm not going to waste my energy on these people. But one thing I want to explain to you, all right, and I want you all to understand, all right, we've already established the lack of intelligence with these people. That's point one. Point two, they've been lying from day one, okay, and that's point two. Point three, they haven't shown any evidence or oh hi. Point three, they've shown no transparency or evidence in one way or the other. So there's been no proof. You know, putting a fence up is not proof. All it proves is that they received funds to buy that fence. That's all. Point three, some of the pictures that are being put on Facebook, right, are somewhat quite interesting, very telling actually, because the thing is, we know that Biscuit Boy, he has a camera stuck to his hand like day in day out. We know that. All right. So how come when apparently Jeremy drove past, he didn't get his camera out? Well, none of the others got their camera out. No one had the camera out. So if you want to, here's the thing: if you want to establish evidence, establish motive, and have evidence to that motive, you would record, or you would have a recording of that drive past, him driving past. But there's nothing, absolutely nothing. So it's just a one-sided argument. So they're debunked on that one. 4, the consistent hate campaign and the people who actually sit there like lapdogs and suck all this in and soak all this in. Like, Raz made a good point, right? He is now afraid of what can happen in Otter Creek. And I concur with that. I do agree with him on that. It's all good and fine that we're sitting here and we're discussing all this shit. But here's the thing that really concerns me, besides my wife sneaking up behind me. I love you. This is what concerns me. And the thing is, I've been saying this from day one, right? Unstable, delusional, and showing psychological symptoms of being uncontrollable. And one of these acts was when they drove past the schoolhouse. Now, why would you do that if you have no ill will intentions? Why would you drive past? Why would you drive past the property if you have no intentions, but you're like, you want to get your opinion across? All right, so that's one of the points I want to make. Where was I? 4. Have we got 5? We've got coming up. Oh yeah, 5. PR team. Now, half of the stuff that all you have to do is just go and watch. All you have to do is just go and watch some of the videos of mine. All right, that's all you have to do. Go and watch the videos that part 1, part 2, the Otter Creek Saga, part 1 and 2, and the Truth, part 1 and 2. All right. If you are going to consistently tell people that you are speaking on behalf of for Lynette Preston, like Ratted said the other night, people can do that. But at the end of the day, when you put it on a website, and you put it on a website with the legal, I begged and pleaded that everyone put their differences aside for that one day to remember the day is for the kids for Christmas and Creek Week. Do you know what, Ratters? All right, I'm telling you, that day is probably the most honourable thing I've seen anyone say out of all this. But I tell you one thing, I doubt very much that will happen. Something will happen. There'll be some sort of crude interaction, or someone will try something. I mean, it's the perfect example is when Guapo deliberately went out of his way to record his confrontation with Jeremy at the auction place. Something like that is going to happen. Regardless, if you try, Rattus, you can beg and try, but I doubt very much. Good morning, Squid. I doubt very much that will happen. And if it does, then fantastic. It'll be fantastic because it is for the kids, and it should be for the kids, and there shouldn't be any negativity. It should all be positive. But I doubt very much that happen. And if it does happen, fine, I'll eat my own words. But until I see the proof, I'm not going to put my hopes up. Not with the conduct and the behavior that they've been at and the way they've been behaving. We already know that, Mussy. He's been doing that from day one. Recording is now a norm for them, for Jeremy. But the thing is, we need to stop dwelling on the past. We need to look at the future. Now, what was it? The rail, I don't know. There's a couple of things happen. The Christmas in the creek and that. Right? They're the most important things that need to be looked at, and they need to be protected. And right now, I would be contacting the authorities. I'd be showing them everything, and I say, look, when we do this, we need police presence, because the only way you're gonna keep it to low, you're gonna keep it to a non-confrontational environment is if you have the police there. If need be, contact the state police. If need be, offer them a contribution to the police funds or whatever. But you're going to have security and police there, not just police, but also security. You're going to need security on the outside and on the inside. Right? And that's at both events. Otherwise, and I from what I've gathered and from what I've gathered from other people and everything else, me personally, I would make sure that, there are posters, pictures of these people. And when you get your crew together, when you get your team together, the people who deal with the crowd, the people who deal with outside and inside, that they all can recognize the people that, and if someone does turn up under the ruse of, oh yeah, they're there for Christmas, they don't turn up with their partner or child, I don't think they should be allowed in. I think there should be, there should be a control. Like if you don't turn up with your children and your wife or your partner, a big hug. Why deserve a big hug for? What have I done? What did I do to deserve a hug? No, like I said, I don't hate these people. I just dislike them with passion. They are liars. They are. I mean, allegedly they're thieves because they've shown no transparency whatsoever about the funds. And I've been saying this the thing is, here's one thing you have to remember, guys. I will continue to say the same thing until the proof turns up. Once the proof turns up, or someone admits to something, then I will stop talking about it. Until then, no. And I know for a fact they all sit outside these streams, and they think that I'm not relevant. But the one thing is, I've outed Bubbles multiple times, and he hates me for that. And that's where probably hate comes into it. He hates me for that. But here's one thing he needs to understand: I don't care, because I'm allowed to criticize, use constructive criticism. And Sunshine, if you are sitting out there, or one of your minions is sitting out there, here's one thing I want you to remember. You call yourself a lawyer? You call yourself a lawyer? You're a joke. You're an absolute joke. But anyway, enough about that. But Rattus, I fully understand what you're saying, but unless the security for, unless the, I mean, would you trust Levy County? Unless you actually, I mean, unfortunately, it may cost a little bit of money to get the security, armed security. I would have armed security there. I would be messing about. I would also have the sheriff's department there or police there. And have one entrance or one area where people come in and one people come out, and have a board up with people's faces on. No entry. What? The Fleas MC consists of a bunch of 300-pound brawls in leather outfits on Vespers? Oh, Jesus. Poor Vespers. Anyway, oh, and something else before I forget. Al Sheep, let me tell you something right now. Let me make something absolutely clear. For any MC to get involved in this, right, they would basically have to go through a certain chain of command to get it, and then they would have to donate or make a donation. Any MC that would get involved in that, right, they would have to clear it with say for example the Hells Angels or any other group, right? Here's a word of advice. I doubt very much any MC would want to get involved in any of this. This is petty for them. This here would bring. This is the type of attention an MC club don't want. So I doubt very much they will have anyone coming to support them from any MC. and if Gabe is a ride along or a prospect, and they find out that they're being used for this, yeah. He won't be a prospect for long, that's for sure. And they won't ask him to hand over the colour. They will take it off him. So people, before you get into this false sense of, it's all's hunky dory. No, trust me. Yeah, and MCs they don't mess about. They don't mess about. So if that's what they want to do. Because the thing is, one thing people know about me is that I do have contact to certain MCs. And here's the thing, right? Every MC, regardless of where they are in the world, have chapters all over the world. And I happen to know the Sergeant at Arms of the chapter over here. What's the challenge? As long as it's clean. Good morning, Mama Joe. Well, the thing is, Michelle, this is what gets me, right? They will strike and copyright strike and strike anybody or report anyone left, right, and center. But I can't understand why they're getting away with this. I mean, that's enticing. That's enticing people to threaten other people. The Vegas. That's California, isn't it? The Vegas. Is that California, New Mexico area? I always pick up. What are you going to do? What are we waiting for you to write a book here, or are you going to tell us what you? Yeah. You see, and here's another thing that people need to remember as well. At the end of the day, you don't have to read that shit that people type out. Oh God, I don't even pay attention to once in a while I get bored and I'll just make a comment or say, but I don't even pay attention to any post that anonymous people make. Anonymous posts. I don't even pay that. I don't even pay any attention whatsoever. I do watch other live streams. I do watch them with good intent, and I don't get involved. I don't get involved in any people's, I will mention, if I thought something was interesting on Megan or Tugs or anyone else's, I will mention it, that it's attracted my attention and it's my interest as well. But I'm not gonna write off other people's information. But one thing I will do is I will add to it if I do. Yeah, I thought, yeah. I thought I thought it was Cali. I thought it was California. I have heard of them, Al. I have heard of them. I'm not up to scratch about them, but I have heard of them. You see, Al, I'm not talking shit, am I? Hey, I bet you were a little bit surprised the fact that I've actually heard of them and that I mentioned California, eh? Hey. Yeah. But like, let's put it this way, right? Here's what I think we should do. But Belinda, good morning. And I am having a very blessed day. I hope you have one as well. Here's what I think this is what people should do. All right. I've already said multiple times, guys, make your own mind up. Decide what you want to decide. You know, everyone, including Ratters and everyone else, has supported me. All right. And I appreciate that. And I'm going to continue. And as you noticed the other day, I did a gaming stream. Today, this is going to be a quick stream. I'm not going to stay on long. I'm going to stay on long enough. But there's a couple of things I do want to say. I am going to try and find some books to read. And I'm going to have a little book story for Archers. Where is she anyway? But anyway, because who else wanted me to read a story for the kids? Who else wanted that? Who else wanted that? Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. There's also an MC called the Enforcers. The Enforcers is an MC that's all ex-forces. I challenge all to take a small video of Christmas decorations in your areas. Any type of deco inside and out, perfect. Hose picker, I would say, yeah, that sounds like a good thing, but I would strongly recommend against that because what you're doing, you're basically putting out where you live and what your location is. Unless you do it very, very carefully, it's very hard to hide your location or the type of house or building you're in. And if you put Christmas decorations on your house, especially here in the UK, yeah, once people know the location, it's very easy to find your house, especially over here. But that's entirely up to anyone else. That's up to them. But you won't see it from me. Hi. Hello, cat. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. 1 second, I need to go and open the door for Her Majesty the cat. Come on in. Come on. Come on. Yeah, see, wait a minute, what was that? Was it Palmera's? Record stories. Yes, it was Palmer's. Yes, it was for Palmer's, but I could write you a PG-13 short story to read. I could also write a naughty, cheeky adult one. No, hey, Rattis, if you can write me up a couple of like PG-13 and younger for the youngsters, because I want to record specifically for the Palmers. I want to record like a couple of videos, just reading some stories. I need to find out some royalty-free, copyright-free sort of like music for the background, and then basically just read the stories for them, so they can then download the video and then they got that video. So it's because it's I just want to help enjoy, like, especially when it comes to yes. But here's it, right, going. Okay, where was I? 5. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Right. I mean, I think I can safely say that that the Fleas, especially Flea 1, has a personal vendetta against Jeremy. That's fact. and obviously Bubbles Boy, right? And here's the thing: I read that letter. I read that letter. Um, um, I read that letter. Right. I'm going to make a right. Okay. I'm going to make a comment about the letter that Megan was talking about. Megan and Tug were talking about. Now, I mean, obviously, if that letter was sent, if that was copied and sent back, all right. But what I want to see is the actual email. I want to see the actual email. All right. But the thing is, reading that, okay, and here's one thing I want Bruce P. Matskin. I want you to understand one thing. Many moons ago, you wrote in, when someone else was making a comment, you wrote in stating that you were Jewish. And at the end of the day, I don't care. I personally don't care how can I put this? I don't really care what your background is. I don't care what your ideology is. I don't care what your pronouns are, whatever. But one thing I want to make absolutely sure, but Jabba the Hoot uses the mental health card, and you're using a racial card. Now, no one has ever stated anything against your ideology, your religious or your ideology, or your where you're from. You are the only one who's made that comment multiple times. So I'm going to make something absolutely clear. If you seriously think that the little nickname Deuce Foreskin, right, has anything to do with you being Jewish or your ideology or your background, then you are so fucking stupid and so far from reality that you definitely need a good kick in the head. Because I've never ever come across anyone, right? It's basically, have you ever heard of sarcasm? If I called you a dickhead, yeah, or keel nose, I mean, with that bloody thing, I mean, like, don't go out in a hurricane, you would end up being a helicopter. All right, stop using excuses, because to be perfectly honest with you, you are a disgrace to anything, including your profession. You are a disgrace. That's what you are. You're not professional. You have no ethics. You've got no integrity. So when you make comments like that, and this is what I saw, and that fucking took me back. I was like, hang on a minute. Why are you using that to get? Because the thing is, when people read that shit, they go, oh, fucking hell. At this day and age. But you made one mistake. You made one big mistake. I don't know if it was me who said it first or if it was George, but I'm sure I mentioned it. Anyway, just by and by. The fact of the matter is, here's your problem, Deucey boy. You're crying wolf too much. You're crying wolf too much. And the fact what you did to Squid, and the fact what you've done to other people, it is going to come back to bite you in the arse. And if it's no one else who does it, it's going to be me who will be reporting you. It will be me contacting certain departments here in the UK. I've already done it once. I've already sent them information, and I can assure you they were very interested. I actually got interviewed for an hour and a half. Actually, about 2 hours, I think it was. And yes, I've even spoken to the committee, the committee, bar committee over there. You seem to forget that. But for you to use a ideology as an excuse, just like Jabba the Hoot uses the mental health card, do you know how many people are going to be suffering and struggling over the next few weeks, the next month or so? But you wouldn't care. You don't give a crap. I mean, the way you talk to women, I mean, it just proves categorically that you're very spineless. And the fact that you hang out with, I wouldn't even call them humans. They're xenomorphs. I mean, you know, who lie through their teeth, who incite a level of hate that I have not seen ever. And they're proud of it. You're proud of everything you do, you're proud of it. And then you sit on someone's platform for a couple of hours talking about your mac and cheese. You're an absolute waste of oxygen. It's all it goes is about that. Is there nothing else that you want to discuss, like your committee hearing or like the why you got fired from your job? I mean, unfortunately, their company don't want to get involved, and they have their words were, "We have no comment." Were their exact words. "We have no comment." Don't you find that strange? Why would I say that? Why would I say on my stream that the company that you worked for from 2001 to 2004 or 3 stated, "We have no comment"? And here's another thing. You represent Lynette Preston, correct? Anyone figured it out yet? Anyone's figuring it out? So you representing Lynette Preston. So that means you're also representing John Cook. And then you got Scott Stark. Now, according to what I've been hearing, Scott Stark doesn't like doing stuff for free. That's one thing for sure. Now, here's the problem. If you're representing Lynette Preston, right, do you know that people, and John Cook, do you know, if it would have been up to me, if I was on the receiving end of all this shit, do you know what I would say to my lawyer? I would say, can we get a psychological evaluation of John Cook and Lynette Preston due to their conduct and behavior? And subpoena that, or, but obviously I need to find out if that's actually possible. But I'll tell you one thing, that would be one of the things I would be asking for, because here's the thing, no one paid attention to this. It's their behavior. And here's the thing, the reason you haven't seen videos or Jeremy put up videos about the ongoing crap that's going on, right, is because they've been busy doing other stuff. But as soon as he's back in Otter Creek, it starts again. But this time with the fleas. But have you noticed that Lynette and John are not saying a word? You know why, don't you? I'll tell you why. It's because they've been threatened not to say anything. Because it's put it this way. Oh, I'm doing pro bono for you. You say one word to them, you're going to be paying. You're going to pay the bill. That's and this is just alleged. This is allegedly. Because the thing is that it must be eaten away at them too, not being able to say a word. It must be eaten away at them too, something chronically, for them not to be able to say anything. Because that they're dying to say something. And Biscuit Boy, that's another thing. It's a very interesting development of Biscuit Boy. Obviously, his old man apparently is coming out of prison, who got put in prison for, according to the documents that I've got and the police report, was something to do with indecency. Okay, so I wonder what's going to happen to Biscuit Boy when his old man gets back out. And the fact that Biscuit Boy is not even a resident or a member of Otter Creek and lives in Chiefland. Does anyone notice that he was talking about the fire engine. Anyone notice that the other night when he recorded Rattus? That he had a bit of a slip of the tongue there, and he was going, "Oh, it's going to cost me about 1,000 to fix the fire engine." Anyone else? Anyone notice that? And the fact that Jabba the Hoot mocked and basically took the piss out of that guy who was in TC's video, and the fact that there's emails going back and forth with these people. Of course there is, but now they've learned the lesson. Don't only trust in a group. So I doubt very much you're ever going to see any more emails from those idiots, unless they send that idiot by mistake to someone else. But we digress. TC is a very insecure young man, that's for sure. And the only way he's getting clout is by jumping on the tail end of all this. That's sure. But he's making so many mistakes. I'm surprised that Bubbles, right, and the two Michelin women haven't jumped on him and said, "Look, wind your neck in. Stop posting." Because if you watch his videos from that night, right? If you watch his videos from that night, he made very sure that those videos were very short. He made very, very short, because the thing is, when he went live, okay, I know for a fact he had his laptop on him and he edited that video before he put up, because there was 3 of them from that night. Don't you find that interesting? I mean, Biscuit Boy, if you're gonna make a point, why are you editing your shit? Why? And yet again, the two fleas attack everyone, including Veteran Nation, who's basically got them by the balls, and not just them. Has anyone noticed this behavior that seems to be, well, it's gone from we're speaking for so and so to, oh yeah, we need all these financial supports and everything else, to when was the last time they spoke about how his Christmas due? 2-3 weeks ago? When was the last time they put that up? When was the last time they showed anything? And the fact that they've got this wish list, I mean, come on. There's nothing there for a child. Are you serious? Are you absolutely out of your freaking small mind? There's nothing there for a child. Everything's for building materials and something stupid. Listen, people, when they donate for stuff like for a building or for a car, to fix something or get you a new washing machine or shit like that. Not to pamper you. Yeah, he is, Teresa. He is very immature. He's like a small child. I mean, like that night when he was sitting next to Jeremy, and if you watch, I think it was the night where Jeremy got served, but the paperwork was wrong. But if you watch, okay, and Jeremy needs to check this video. He needs to look into this video and actually do some checks, because Biscuit Boy recorded his phone. He recorded his cell phone. Because if you watch, he actually turns the camera towards because Jeremy was texting at the time, and if you watch, he actually turns his phone towards Jeremy and then downwards. So basically, he was recording what Jeremy was doing on his phone, and I think it was Deanna who actually recorded that weirdo. So that's worth, that's worth re-looking. That's worth looking at and checking. You'd be very surprised at what you see that when Deanna if you watch that video from Deanna, or I think it was Deanna, yeah, and you watch that video, it's very telling. It's very, very telling. I mean, boy, did he get excited, and then he got shot down. What was that? What was that? Where was it? What's that? That is probably the funniest thing I've not you, Sheen and Nemesis. I'm talking about. Fleas was saying that JH stages his storage lockers to get at auctions. What scummy people! They're just a bunch of they are a bunch of freaks. And no, he doesn't stage. He doesn't stage. At the end of the day, if he goes to storage, that's another thing. I've noticed that he hasn't been filming storage stuff like he used to, and there's a reason for it because of all this crap, all the negativity. I mean, due to these fucking people, he's lost some friends who, and it's going to come back. It's going to come back to, because the thing is, true friends will stick with you through thick and thin. And he's lost a lot of friends. Now, I'm not going to speak for him. I'm not going to speak for for other people. I'm not going to do that. Right? But what I can say is that friends are friends. If a friend will stick with you through thick and thin, and if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be a friend. As simple as. And the way they've been behaving over the last few months, it just shows what these people are like. Not one constructive or not one positive point has come out of their mouths. Not one. And every time they stream, it's all about money. It's all about, oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. Like the whole stream is, plastered. It is plastered with links to Venmo, to PayPal, and other stuff. Not once have I seen them go on their stream and actually talk about something constructive, like, oh, by the way, talk about crystals in detail, or talk about, their leather or what they do. Nothing is. At the end of the day, your stream, every stream doesn't have to be about the same fucking thing. It doesn't have to be. But they do. You can set your watch to those two idiots. And something else. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but have you noticed the decline of how many, Robbie, they all used to be on that platform day in, day out, every single fucking night. Yeah. Wait, what? Marlin, that's a sponsor will never be. Of course I fucking won't. I will never ask anyone for any monetary support whatsoever. Absolutely. I haven't even monetized my channel. And I doubt I'm going to do that in the foreseeable future. I'm not on here for that. I'm on here to make friends. I'm on here to make content. I'm on here to introduce myself to you guys. And then for you to go into the witness protection program and hide from me. That's the reason I'm here. No. Where's Tim? Tim, up in front. Come on. Tim, where are you? Where's Tim? Tim. Come on, Tim. Right, Tim, a while back, right, came into my stream, okay? He came in, oh God, where was it? It was a while back, right? Tim came into my stream, and he went, yeah, I want to donate something to you. And I went, no, you don't have to give me anything. Donate, pay it forward, give it to someone else. You ask him, next time you see Tim Fox, you ask him. No, you'll never. There he is, Tim Fox. There you go. Ask Tim Fox. Remember, Tim, when you offered me, you wanted to donate something to me, and I turned around to you and I went, nope, you can pass that forward. You can pay it forward and give it to someone else. And I appreciate the hug. There you go. That's. But to sit on your platform on day in, day out, right? if you really look at how this is escalating, it's like this is setting up for mass shooting. I'm not going to comment to that. I'm not going to make any comment to that. Not live. Yep, there you go. Yes, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. In regards of about monetary gain, right? I asked him to pay it forward, and then he did. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Yeah, and if I ever do, can you leave that door open? Because did you just give? No, walk away and get. Oh God, my wife just gave me the bird. Fuck. Anyway, don't you sneak up on me? I tell you, I can hear you. I've got radar hearing. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to monetize in the future. I think I'm just going to wait. Robbie and JH would close at one time. I think that right. Here's right, Jeff. Sorry. Here's one thing you have to understand. I think Jeremy is a type of person, like he said the other night, right? If he cuts off contact with you, that's it, right? And if he's got a reason to do that, he doesn't have to explain himself. But when it comes to Robbie, right, and the way Robbie's been behaving, and if you watch up Robbie's videos over the last 2 years, especially with that phone call where Flea is calling a lady called Barbara a liar about sending a parcel. Well, there is actually video evidence of Robbie receiving that parcel. Okay, but until I received receipts of proof of transport, like receipts of tracking number and stuff like that, I'm not going to accommodate that. I want proof. I want 100% proof. However, I have seen the video, and one thing he made a mistake is that he named Barbara by name. And I watched the video a little. I watched a couple of videos, and I noticed while everyone was looking away, he took something out of the box and then he put it to the one side and made out and just threw some papers there, like if he was just moving papers around. And that there is like that's a typical move that someone would do if they want to hide something. All right. So if they move something and they move it and then they just put they just put something there, or they place something. It's like what they're doing. They're just making it look like they've placed that, and then you won't think twice about what's going on, and then you'll walk away, and then they'll come back and then take it and then remove it and steal it. And that's the basic level of thievery. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. What color was the wait, what? Spawn Trooper, what color was the Oh, they were dark white. Yeah, sort of like going into the grey color with a little bit of twang. I get what you're talking about, Tim. You get anyway. So yeah, and then considering his past and his background in regards of him being federally arrested under a federal law and then put in jail for a year, and the other person who was with him for 18 months, he got fined 4,000, and Robbie got fined £2,000 and did 12 months, in jail. And then the fact that they lost the contract with Discovery, yeah, he thinks that he's still got clout. Swamp, everything swamp or whatever it's called. He's gonna milk it until people realize what type of person he is. And at the end of the day, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I don't care. I don't really care about the guy. He didn't like the fact that then the next time you lie about anything, especially when it comes to the military or anything like that, when you lie about that shit, you need to be very careful what you say. And unfortunately for him, at the time, the right people were listening. And I feel sorry for anyone from the 75th Ranger Brigade who had any association, if they had any contact with him, because half the stuff he was saying was bullshit. Teresa Gear, my question is, are there laws to protect kids from being used like this? From what I'm starting to understand, Florida is a law amongst itself. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Belinda. And that's probably why Jeremy cut himself off from Robbie, because he was associated to Guapo. Andrew, aka Andrew. Gail, I really do appreciate what you're saying about, about monetizing it, but I'm not ready to monetize. Seriously, sweetheart, I am not ready to monetize. I'm not ready. I don't deserve to be monetized or to receive any monetary support yet. Maybe in the future, but not right now. I'm too small to be getting stuff and that. So, but thank you so much for the care, and thank you very much for the fact that people care that I monetize, but not right now. I'm not ready yet. So I'm not ready. Okay. Guapo is not just immature, but he's a womanizer. I mean, like within weeks, he had within a couple of months, he had more than two girlfriends, and he actually bragged about it. I mean, how stupid can you be? How stupid can you be to brag about how many? I mean, he takes pictures of a couple of different women. Guapo is an idiot. And let's be honest. I mean, like, let's put it this way: at least he doesn't follow in his father's footsteps. Who won't be released from jail until 2028? Is it 2028 for vehicular manslaughter? Yeah, but Paul, the thing is, it's up to Jeremy what he does when he splits from people like Guapo and all that, and other people. That's entirely up to him. That's none of my business. I don't get involved in that. What he does in his life is entirely up to him. But what other people do against him, and from what I'm observing and what I'm seeing, right, that's where we have the right to step in and say something. And we all know what's going on. Everything at the moment, everything that I've said, all you have to do is go and look at the videos. Go and look at Megan's videos. Go and look at Tug's videos. Go and look at Veteran Nations videos. Go and look at other people who've covered this, and then watch every single video, and then take a day or two to digest of what you've seen and what you've heard, and then come back, and you'll realize that what Shara's doing right now. Yes, I question Shara. I question her. Check. Oh yes, my lady. What's that? Hey, Lilu Multipass. Yeah, Tim. I'm not going to get involved. That I've got enough. I don't know anything about that, so I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not commenting. Oh, oh, oh. Nova Law Review. Oh. Child exploitation. Wait a minute. What's that one? Okay, that one. Child exploitation. Choose an article in addition as an overt part of the on the victim of the state of Florida. Finally, the article includes some accommodation towards the present potential concerns surrounding this history and present situation of child. No, we're not. That's not child. That's child. That's child. Child exploitation. The number of children found in Canada. No, that's molestation. That's not the one. Exploitation children today. To the end of the 2003, expanded law enforcement wiretapping authority protect or intended to prevent child abduction. Holy shit! But this is more on. Okay. That's a Senate bill. The First Amendment implications. To guarantee freedom of speech, the First Amendment of the United States Constitution provides the Congress shall make no law abridging of freedom of speech. However, this right is not absolute. Content-based regulations of speech are typically held unconstitutional and are subject to strict scrutiny. Nevertheless, the regulations of speech will be sustained under the First Amendment if the government has the compelling interest to regulate this speech, if it's narrowly tailored to meet the compelling state interest and the regulation latest restriction there. Further, any regulations speech that improves criminal penalty must be clearly defined by state law and requires scientific. SB 1442 regulates the image of the child. Okay, this is going in. Why this has got nothing to do with child exploitation. This is all about one specific thing. Why the fuck? This is about one thing. Why the fuck would you send? Why this? There's child exploitation. There's different types. This one here is specifically based on. Oh. No, I'm definitely not going to discuss that. That's all about one thing. Squib, I just sent you what it was about. No, that's no. Do you know if PO being state to state PO hose? What do you mean PO? PO can stand for quite a lot of stuff, so you need to explain what PO. Don't worry about the wind. Just make sure that you don't have anything open. And if wait a minute, call me thick, but how can a state ignore federal, but then assistance when they need it? You see, that is absolutely completely different, right? There's different levels of child exploitation. That's from the states. Over here, there's different laws, but over there there are so many different what do you call it, different policies and different paperwork and all that, but that one there is specifically on one thing that I am not going to discuss. I am not even going to think about talking about it, because it gets me hot under the collar and it gets me very angry. And it's all about PDF files, and I'm not going to discuss that, because trust me, you don't want to hear what I've got to say about those people. Oh, right, protective order. Right, okay. Spawn, what do you know about the state for state? No, basically, if it's a federal protective, from what I understand from when they were Jeremy and other people were talking about the TRO from Ohio, it's not a county. That's a federal one. That is a federal protective order, and it's for 5 years, if memory serves me right. So if it's federal, that means it's across the country. And since when does America no longer have 52 states? I thought you had 52 states. Why has it gone down to 48 or 50? What the hell? What's happened? Who stole them? Teresa Greer, the thing, here's the thing. That child, I mean, thanks to those idiots by putting up those pictures of that child when she was 1. There's also other stuff. I mean, all you have to do is Google it, and you can find all the information that I have found on this. All right, they basically started they started grifting when the child was fairly young, and in Northport, especially in Northport, there are news articles about them in the newspaper. That child has been in 2 major newspapers, all right, and also on GoFundMe's, and that the CPS or Child Protective Services has not investigated this correctly and properly. Okay, now we can only speculate. We can only have constructive criticism. We can only go by what we see. And the way I see it is that I do believe, and I am stating this, I do believe that Lynette Preston and John Cook need to be psychologically evaluated if they are able to look after a child. Because if Lynette Preston, who in the past has made multiple comments and statements that they don't have enough food to eat, but has GoFundMe's and God knows what else, but has enough money to get all these up-to-date cell phones and laptops and pay for internet and fuel and everything else. Okay, it makes me, and then it does make me wonder where all this money is coming from. The money that we don't see. Yes, she's getting $1,500 a month. That's $1,500 a month. John Cook is getting his own SSI. Now, here's one thing what we need to look at. Is he giving her any money? And also, they're richly they're richly homeless on their own property. They're living in a caravan and a shed. Now, is that hygienic for a child who has got a disorder, a medical disorder, where Lynette has gone, oh, my child can die if you do it. But the thing is, and then she goes, oh, you can't record and can't film my child. But she lets other people do all this. I mean, what do you need to see to prove that there is something psychologically wrong with these people? Just saying. I mean, all I'm doing is giving you the ammunition for you to do your own research. This thumbnail court case and the fact that they're trying to take the Fabulous Six to court. This is including the corporal Gregory. The fact that they're trying to take them to court for what? What are they taking them to court for? Here's the problem. One text message is going to blow that court case out of the water. One text message. And I showed you that text message yesterday, where she told Lloyd to get off the property, to get the RV off the property. And she expected him, right, to pay for a company to do that. He doesn't have to do that. There's no law stating that he has to do that. So what did he do? He reached out, asked for help. He received the help. Lynette doesn't even know who Rex is, because if you watch the video, she actually looks at him twice. She does a double take on him. She went, "Oh, who are you?" She was more interested in making a scene, because that's what she wanted to do. She was making a scene. She was on the phone to Patty or whoever that woman is. At one point, they were shouting at her to stop because she was making a scene. Yeah, Squid. That'd be very funny. So I can imagine the CPS turn around, seeing the beautiful toys and a warm house, the bathroom, a beautiful flushing toilet, and then indoor plumbing as well, food in a fridge, loving mother, and then they take pictures and they go, "Oh, by the way," and then they go down to that place and they take, yeah, it'll be like day and night. It'll be day and night. So at the end of the day, people, make your own minds up. Seriously. Because the thing is, it's come to a point now where there's some stuff in the pipeline. I'm not going to discuss that. I am definitely not going to discuss that. Because one thing I can assure you is never ever underestimate a wolf. And definitely don't underestimate someone who has not been any shape or form affected by all the bullshittery that these people speak of. I can assure you, when this comes to court, I am actually, in fact, you know what? I am looking forward to court. I am looking forward to the court cases. And the sooner they happen, the better, because one thing, oh, you got two. Oh, look at you, right? Here's the thing. I could show you, but I haven't redacted the child's face. I can show you two newspaper articles. Actual fact, you know what? Do you know something? Hang on a minute. I'm going to read the news article out to you. I'm going to read that fucker out to you. Hang on a minute. Please hold. Your call's important to me. 1 second. I'm going to read that fucker out to you because I think it's about time I read this shit out to you. Right. Okay. I'm going to read this out to you, right? So get ready, sit back, and enjoy. Right? Struggling Mom Adopts Sick Baby by Elaine Allen Emmerich, staff writer. The story is part of a Thanksgiving week series that recognizes those people who do something special. Northport, Lynette Preston learned her adoption of Harvey Grace was final while the two were sitting in a minivan outside the pharmacy waiting for the child's prescription to be filled. We had to have the adoption via a Zoom meeting with the judge, Preston said. Harley has a life-threatening metabolic disorder called glutaric acidemia type 1. She is a vegan and eats lots of fresh fruit and veggies, but has to have many doctors visit and blood drawn at the hospital in Tampa. On the day of the recent adoption, Preston and her ex-husband, John Cook, took the baby to a doctor's appointment while waiting on a call from the judge. The doctor gave them a prescription for Harley, for Harley, as they were picking it up. The judge called. I was so excited, Preston said. I shoulder judged the baby in her car seat. It was such a good feeling. It took so long. It was expensive to hire an attorney, and there were so many obstacles dealing with the biological mother who didn't believe the paperwork was necessary, but finally, Harley was my legal daughter. Now, listen to what I've just said, people. Listen to what I am saying, what was being typed in as a news article. Would you like me to repeat that last paragraph again? Press 1, yes. Press 2, no. And I'll carry on. Because it's going to get fucking worse. Just so you know. Just so you know. And you know something? Okay, good. Right. It gets better. Finally, Harley was legal daughter. For months, now listen to this. You need to listen to this. For months, Preston begged the baby's biological mother to sign the paperwork from New Jersey and sent it back to Florida. The more delay, the less help Preston could get for the sickly child who needed complete paperwork for everything from the social security number to the Medicaid card. The mother lived with Preston in Northport briefly while pregnant. Paramedics once responded after the mother, who battled addiction, drank medicine that wasn't prescribed to her. After giving birth, the mother signed paperwork, left the baby at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and went back to North. Interesting. So who's been telling the reporter this? This is freaking I was the power of attorney for the baby, but there was other important paperwork that needed to be signed, and it wasn't before the mother had left, Preston said. Harley was sick and she was diagnosed with neonatal abstinence syndrome caused by rugs and withdrawal and needed to be transferred to a children's hospital. We learned she had had a metabolic disorder. We were told it was serious. Doctors explained Harley has a rare but serious inherited condition. Her body can't process certain amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. The condition causes a harmful buildup of substances in the blood and urine. Normally, the body can break down protein floods and meat and fish into amino acids. Harley doesn't. I knew this meant she would need special diet, she said. I knew it would be a little more expensive than regular baby food. I didn't care. I wanted this baby that was left in the hospital so much. Interesting. Contradicts what the other stuff said. Anyway, we continue. I was willing to fight for her. Don't you find that interesting? And let me ask you a question. How many tattoos does Lynette have on her right and left arm? Yeah. Oh, it gets better. No, no. How many tattoos does she have on her right and left arms? How many tattoos does she have? How many tattoos does she have on her arms? Hmm? How many does she have? I don't know why I should. Well, I do all the work and you take all the glory. So, in the last 4 years, since the child was one, she's got herself tattoos. Yeah, that's quite interesting, don't you think? Don't you think that's very interesting that she's got all these tattoos, but she hasn't got enough money to pay for food? Don't you find that somewhat? I don't know. And by the way, when she had her driving license issued to her on the 28th of the 4th, 2013, have a guess what her name was on that driving license? Who wants to guess what her name was on that driving license? Hey, Squid, taking taking all my glory. No, no, have a guess what her surname was, or what her name was. Yeah, that's like yeah, and it's Lynette. That's the second name. Yeah, that's the third name. Yeah. I bloody hope so. Basically, her name on her driving license uh, that was issued to her, and this is when she lived in Rotonda, Florida. It was Lynette Michelle Lacey A. Caradios, Kaiidos. That's 2013. Now, here's something very interesting. She was married to John Cook. Altogether, she's been with him 10 years. Yeah. She was married 5 and been divorced for 5, which she's admitted on his um, deposition. So she got divorced just after she had a driving license. She got divorced just after her driving license from this Caridos fella, and then married him. Very interesting young lady. Very interesting young lady. Oh, and all her driving license was also then replaced on the 19th of the 7th of 2013. Just so you know. What else have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Whatever good shit have I got? Oh yeah, there was something else about her as well, wasn't it? Where is it? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? No, not that one. No. Nope. Yeah, I can't find the paperwork at the moment. I can't find it. Oh, is it this one? Oh, no. Scott Stark. You know what I find quite interesting? Law firm of Scott R. Stark. Hey, Bubbles, it is R, not S, okay? Let's remember this. Right, let's read out some of the comments. Shall we? Of Mr. Stark. Let's show you. Let's have a look at Mr. Stark, shall we? Let's just, let's have a look at Mr. Stark. Welcome to my firm. I specialize in law, family law, criminal law, and selected civil cases. Proud of helping people who are in tough spots. The legal system can be a minefield. Do not enter it alone. Also, do you think you cannot hire a lawyer? Our fees are competitive. I work with you if I can. I'll help you get through your problem. I am also proud of our personalized service. We stay on your case and keep you informed. Many clients have complimented us on this. Please contact us if you need help. 2 thumbs up. Interesting. Where's the work I hired you for, Mr. Stark? I've tried reaching you and your wife. No good phone number. I paid for 2 cases. You haven't provided me with the work. You and your wife are under investigation. Don't call me back. Took my money and haven't done any work for my cases. Oh, right. Okay. So I thought, interesting. Yep. I figured his wife must be his assistant. I've been filing a bar complaint today after what I just experienced. That's someone else. And I deliberately left. That open so people, His wife calls me screaming on the phone, and when I reply I will not do business with them because it is unprofessional, she made a comment and then saying don't contact the office like they are a scam. She tells me I already told you 3 times I don't contact the office, who says that it in my rights to contact and tell anyone about this behavior if I still see fit. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay. Isn't that interesting? Did you ever resolve your issue with Mr. Stark? Response: I am in the same boat, but I contacted my credit card company to get a refund, and it looks as though they no longer work with credit cards. I may be out of dollar sign. The attorney and of The attorney of and for for grifters of America. Grifters stick together while they grift on one another. I don't know who that was, and I found that quite funny. Actually, I found that quite funny. Now, don't you find that so interesting? Yeah. Now, obviously, I haven't redacted this picture, so I'm going to read this out to you. His wife calls me scream. Yeah. So basically, that one we've already read that one, right? Now, here's the thing. I did a little bit of a check, and I did some research. And the guy went to school. He went to University of Law between 85 and 88. He went to the University of South Florida between 82 and 85, a grade of 3.65. In the College of Law, you got a grade of 301. No grade affiliation at Stetson's. He went to the Petersburg College, where he got a grade of 6.5, and then he went to some high school from the 76 to 80. Now, what I find quite interesting about this chap is that he is a complete idiot. And don't worry, there's nothing on there that can be seen. Now, I find it quite strange that his reviews are quite interesting, considering he's only got 2 on his whole review thing, right? Now, the thing is, like someone here, the name is just phenomenal, right? They give him a 5-star, right? Yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. But don't you find it very funny that like someone who does his business from his home, right? And funny enough, the 2 people he posted on his reviews were both women, and both done in May 06, May 06, 2024, and April 17th, 2024. And I find that, and April 21st, I find that very, very interesting. All right. Very interesting. But you do a little bit of research on Mr. Stark, and you'll find that he doesn't have that many reviews. Not well. It's very easy to ask people, "Oh, just go and write a review on there." Ah, yes. Yes. So that's, yes, you probably might want to. Yes, there you go. I just sent someone a gift. Now, don't get me wrong, but someone who's a volunteer, someone who's a church-going person, which it states here, why are there comments on his Facebook page that are damning, to say the least? Why? And also, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a very serious question. Let me just check something first, because I want to make sure that this picture, that people see this picture. Yeah, I want you. Wait a minute, what's this one? Oh, no. That one there can go back in there. Right. I want you to have a look at these 2 pictures here, or these 3 pictures, actually. A professional lawyer. Now, look at the state. I mean, very remedy, Cytoplex, skin cream, moisturizing. It's very close to your laptop. I wonder what else you do when you're not busy. But look at the state of this fucking thing. You'd think that a professional would actually, I mean, hey, Bubbles, I hope your laptop is cleaner than this. I mean, these white marks. I mean, wonder if we should get a black light and UV light and just check. I wonder, yeah. Ugh. And here's your cup. I'm gonna miss having my coffee in the morning before all this begins. Wow. That's you must take a lot of pride in that coffee cup. I mean, that you must be taking a lot of pride in that coffee cup. Wow. I mean, I drink coffee, but that's fucking disgusting. That's probably got its own little village in it. I need to take that. I'm taking that picture there. That cup has probably got its own ministerial fucking government going on in there. Yeah, I'm sure it has. It must have. I mean, like, how can you listen? I mean, I smoke. Yeah, okay, I get it. I get it. I smoke. Yeah, right. But even I clean up my shit once in a blue moon. And like I said, once in a blue moon. But come on, that's just disgusting. That's just absolutely disgusting. Now, here's a picture I want to show you something. Does anyone remember when Bruce Matskin had changed his picture to a spider? Anyone remember that? Good morning, two awesome dogs. Oh, I am so fucking tempted to put that fucking thing out there right now. I am so tempted. So tempted. I am so tempted. And by the way, you know, Flea One. You know, when you judge people, you know, why don't you get your teeth sorted before you start you know, I mean, you've made quite a bit of money lately, so you know, I don't think it'll cost you much to get your teeth done, would it? Eh? Doesn't anyone find it strange? Anybody? Anyone find it strange that all this time, yeah, all they've been doing is getting money together so they can get their teeth done. I mean, that's why. And also, guys, come on, there's 94 of you in here. 94. And most of you are probably, you know, lurkers or something in the background there. No, actual fact, Peter Harrington, it wasn't a spider. You know, it was a subliminal message. It's basically, I am a spider and you're coming into my web. Yeah, fucking dickhead. He was an absolute dickhead. You know. But there was something I was going to read to you guys. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find this file. Please hold. Your call is important to me. Let me see if I can find this file. Bum 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 bum. Oh, there you go. Right, where's that little, is that posted in here? Did I put it in here? Oh no, that's oh yes, that ah yes. The evidence has shown that probably, and also sent it to. Oh yes, let me correct myself. You're not an idiot. You're lying. Yeah, that was when you actually deleted your post. Aha. And also being accused of being paid by Jeremy Hales, which I find quite interesting. Mr. Matskin making allegations. Naughty, naughty. Yes. I'll find it. Sorry, guys. Do bear with me. I do apologize. It's I'm trying to find something very Oh, that guy. Yeah, he was an idiot. Actual fact. Here we go. Bruce Matskin. I didn't start a GoFundMe. I provided a letter to explain and show a lawyer's involved in helping the beneficiary. Now, we're not going to go into that because I've already caught him out in that lie. I've already proven categorically he lied for his teeth. Oh, yes. Bruce Matskin made a comment. Hey, Mike, my friend, you should learn when and how to eat shit. Sometimes eating shit can set you free. Yes. Certain comments like that. Don't you find that interesting? I find it quite interesting, actually. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Do you know I've got so much on you, fella? The fact that if I lived in the States right now, I would be handing all this over. And if you seriously think that you've got any chance of winning any case, you've got another thing coming. You are an absolute buffoon. I'm just trying to find you're an evil human being. The keys are gone. Everything is fine and sent you enemy over here. You are out of your mind. Will you hire another company to come and get it? Because that people are not coming on my property, and shame on you for everything you've done, and I am reporting you for alcohol. You can bet your life on it. Very vindictive she is, isn't she, that Lynette, isn't she? Where is that fucking... Is it that one? No, it's not that one. What about this one? Is it that one? Come on. Fucking... Sorry, I've got so much here. I do apologise. No, but I'm having problems with the kids. Landon is very abusive to her. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, let's have a vote on this one. Who thinks that Landon Preston was abusive to that child? Press 1 if you think he was, and press 2 if you think he wasn't. Let's do this. Come on, let's see. Let's see. Sandra Engel. Oh, wow, we've got a 1. Hello, Sandra. Are you a troll? Just to make sure. Oh, 2 awesome dogs. You think that he abused her as well, did you? Oh, interesting. Well, Sandra and 2 dogs, you can explain why. Just saying. No, I mean we're talking abusive, very abusive. Well, according to Lynette, no, but I'm having problems with the kids. Landon is very abusive to Harley because he was so abused. The shed is disgusting, and the car has fleas, and the kids bought lice, and I have much cleaning to do. Waylon does nothing, not even for Landon, no dishes, nothing, and doesn't shower or brush his teeth. It's gross. So much for my birthday today. Full far from the tree, by the way. Yeah, I don't think he was physically abusive. I think he probably shouted or but I doubt very much he was physically abusive. I doubt that very much. Because if he would, there'd be, the comments would be different. All right, and also the police would have been involved. And the thing is, she said a lot about Landon, considering Landon is a grandson, what, nephew, what, I don't know what the fucking, all right. But don't you find it so strange? Don't you find that strange? That she puts out all these messages, and like she makes, every time someone does something, right? They're always to blame. They're always to fault. There's always this very, very serious, how can I put it, allegation against that individual. Has anyone noticed that, grandson? There you go. Has anyone noticed that? Anybody? I watched Shizzy early one, and I just couldn't stop laughing. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Yamaha biker, I like him. I do like him, actually. I think he's fucking hilarious. Here's another one. 5th of August, 3:30. So are you having to go back to the shed, or are you having them go back to the shed? Your camper will get cleaned, so I can force them to use the light switch and clean up. I am also trying to get them on the bus or on a plane out of here. I'm tired of the disrespect, the name calling by wailing. I am not going to put it. What do you know? One thing I've noticed and this is where the two fleas are making a big mistake. This is where they're making a big mistake, right? They're crying wolf. They're saying, "Oh, these are perfect people." Hi, Iron Rabbit. They're making so much, they're so perfect. But the biggest thing they've made is either they didn't do their research, or they didn't watch everything that's been said about Lynette and what Lynette's done. I think what they're doing, they're just going off of what they want to go off. Etch a sketch. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, 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 and I mean, Landon actually stood up for Lynette a couple of times. He even turned around to Bruce and stood up against him as well. And the thing is, here's the thing: Landon categorically stated to fucking dickhead, to Bruce, all right, that at no time did Lloyd ever give him alcohol. So who are you going to believe? Two people who say the same thing, or one person who keeps on blaming everyone else for their fuck ups? What do you mean, Madam Mayor? Where's Madam Mayor? Madam Mayor here? Oh, so Mitch, Lynette is 100% verbally abusive from the get go. If you actually listen to some of the, what would Harry Hill have to say about the stinky mug and desk? Oh, God, Jesus. No, I just think Yamaha's got a good microphone. See, I even hit my microphone. Yeah, I saw you all in there fucking drooling over him. That's okay. I can share. I don't mind. Anyway, Margaret, what are you saying? I don't think so, Spawn. What are you saying that to? Holy shit, I've got 100 people watching? What's wrong with you people? Well, if you're watching, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Oh, God. Do you know what I find interesting? Yeah, do you know what I find interesting? Is that the people, right, who you do the thumbs down don't have the balls to come in here and talk. Why don't you come in and give me a reason why you're not happy with what I'm saying? Is it because what I'm saying is true? Is it because the fact that I'm proving your bullshittery is a lie? Or is it just because you don't like the fact that people are actually putting the truth out there? And the fact that you will never be able to achieve to get one over on me. Is that why? Wait a minute. Teresa Greer? Why? Two awesome dogs. Why? What's going on here? What are you trying? What are you playing at, mate? Explain to me what you're playing at. What's going on? Why are you name dropping? I'm a Kool-Aid man, Jim Jones. Why are you doing that? Two awesome dogs. What's going on, mate? I hope that you can respond to me. It'll be nice to hear your feedback on that. Excuse me. Two awesome dogs. Are you gonna respond or what's going on? Are you gonna ignore me now or what's going on? Because what was your point in saying that? That's what I can't understand. What was your point? Two awesome dogs. Are you going to respond to me or do I have to, you know? Okay, mate. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to respond, and if I don't see a response from you, then obviously I need to take action. So, Palmer's, hi. Just bear with me a sec. Two awesome dogs. You need to respond, mate. I'm not being funny, but you need to explain to me why you did that. I'm not being funny, but if you don't respond, then I'm going to deal with it my own way. Okay. Listen, I got a lot of respect for you, but you don't come in here and start shit and then don't respond. If you don't want to respond, then you can come back tomorrow, or you can come back the next time I fucking go live. But don't come in here, start stirring, and then think that you're going to get away with it. Because trust me, I will remove you. So you are now timed out for 24 hours. I'm not playing the game. Okay, you got a fucking problem, you can come and talk to me privately. But don't come in here starting shit and then thinking that you can just fucking sit there and have a giggle about it. Fuck you. Actual fact, don't come back into my stream. From now on, right, Two Dogs, you come into my stream, you're getting timed out permanently. That's as simple as. And if you don't like that, then don't fucking behave like a dick. I don't care, Gail. I don't care. You won't hose picker because I've removed him. I've timed him out for 24 hours. No, I'm not. It's not because of you, Teresa. It's not because of you. It's a dish fucking respect. At the end of the day, if you're going to say something, right, I will respect anyone. I will respect. If you got constructive criticism, I will respect it. I will give you every moment that, you know. But if you're going to fucking do something and you're going to stir it and then you don't respond, especially to the host who's trying to fucking figure out what the fuck's going on, right, then I've got one thing to say. Besides the cough, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Right? I'm not here for that bullshit. I will not tolerate that shit in here. No one is going to be treated disrespectfully in here. Oh, mate. Well, yeah, that's a good point, actually. I nearly said something then, Sark Mitch. You nearly got me there, you fucker. You nearly got me there. And then Lisa wouldn't have let me live it down. But no, just for the record, Teresa Gear is not Madam Mayor, because Madam Mayor doesn't come in with that name. She comes in as Madam Mayor of Adventures with Brett. And I love both of them to bits. And God bless them. I hope they're having a great day today. But word of advice, don't come in here playing a game because I'm better at it. Be aware of that. And no matter what threats you make or no matter what you say, don't come in here, say something to someone, and then not fucking respond. You had every opportunity to respond, so fuck off. Pardon me. Oh, it's Lisa, how's the weather down South Wales, where the peasants live? But anyway, guys, you know, I mean, like, it's and to the haters and the trolls outside, word of advice. Here's a word of advice. Okay, if you want the truth, stop being sheep. Stop being easily manipulated. All right, everything I've discussed today, all right, you will find anywhere. All right, I don't hate anybody in regards to this. What I do is I dislike people. Good morning, Melanie Schuler. Guten Morgen. Buongiorno. All right. I have got no hate towards anybody. Okay. But Rattus made a good point. This Christmas in the creek and everything else needs to be go peacefully. And if you do turn up to cause trouble there, then you are scum. And then you deserve everything that happens. May it be police or a good slap. I don't condone violence, but everyone has a right to defend themselves. Good morning, Max. Everyone has a right to defend themselves. But the thing is, you know, I am concerned because I think I can. Hey, Sark Mitch, stop shouting, please. If you don't mind. Capitals, dude. Capitals, mate. Capitals. All right. And here's a word of advice. I want everyone to take this word of advice, and I want you to remember this. Don't test me. Please don't test me because you will lose, hands down. Not big. Right? Yeah, I'll be nice. I am polite and respectful to everybody except certain individuals because they're scum. But at the end of the day, if you're out there, you're trolls or you're lurking, here's a bit of advice I would give to you. Only seed that you want to seed, okay? And not what you want to receive. Because one thing I can tell you now, whatever you're growing, you need to remember that it can come back to bite you in the ass. Everything you say will always come against you. And so far, right, you have not shown anything to substantiate or prove of what you're saying. The only thing that's partially true is the fence. That is it. And here's another thing. Who in their right mind? A minute, I can say this. No city police will help you go to the sheriff. No, you have to do it yourself. Right? Let me tell you something right now. Who in their right mind, or who was taking what type of alcohol or what rug, right, when they gave Lynette Preston an e-bike? It's okay, Mitch. Don't worry about it. Who in their right mind did that? Who in their right mind would give? Like, I thought they didn't have food. Considering that, I mean, looking at the state of that caravan and looking at the state of the property, I mean, I think they need to do. I think hoarding comes to mind. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, it's like why, how can you, I don't know. This is what you know. What? Here's an idea. To the fleas and deuce. Right? I mean, you say you're a lawyer, so here's something what you should do. Clean that property up, blitz it, clean it up, fix it up, do everything. Right? Get rid of some of the sheds. Right? Build like another little property house or something. Okay, and then find a nice house somewhere in a different part of Florida. Somewhere where close to a hospital and a school, right, or a play school or a school, okay, where the child can go to school. Okay, find a place like that with the money that you've collected, what the two fleas have collected, all right. Take all that together and then move Lynette and John Cook out of there and move them into a proper house. Move them into a house with plumbing, toilets, bathroom, kitchen, bedrooms. Yeah, get that child her own little bedroom, all right. And then put all the money into that and then sell that property to Jeremy Hales or to Otter Creek or to someone who's willing to pay the $30,000-$40,000 for that property, right? And then sell it and take that money and then invest it into that property that you've just found for them, right? And use every penny that you can for that property. Then get John Cook or Lynette, because at the end of the day, get John Cook to find a job, a part-time job or like a delivery job. He can drive, can't he? So therefore he can get in and out of cars. So therefore he's very able to, do delivery jobs. Okay. And then earn a bit of money. And that way, okay, they'll be able to maintain and make sure that they've got food in the bank. And, even if they don't have money, one of them, Lynette will be getting SSI. So she'll be getting security income. And just start there, start your life new somewhere else where no one knows you. And here's a good idea. Here's a very good idea. Try not to upset your neighbors. Try to understand that people don't want you knocking on their door, don't want you begging off them every day. They don't want you to bother them. Mind your business. Go and do something constructive. Because you messed it up in Northport, you've messed it up in Otter Creek. I mean, you never know. Third time's a charm. Because you guys are absolute pond life. I mean, you're plebs. I can't understand why the CPS hasn't removed that child from there, because there's weapons on that property. I mean, you've already made statements. There's glass and nails and God knows what else in that property. I mean, there's stuff laying all over the place, and From what I've seen, that little lass, she runs all over the place. So you trolls and haters, instead of spending and wasting all your time trying to hate on Jeremy and everyone else who call you out for the bullshit you do say, why don't you take all your good? Hey, Hembry, what about you? You got enough money. Apparently, you got bottomless pockets. So why don't you all get together and buy them a house somewhere away from, population would be preferred. But I mean, find an old oil rig. Yeah. Oh no, that's too dangerous. No, but find them a property away from people. I mean, it's not much. I mean, you guys have been raking the money in for them. You've you spent $4,000 on a fence that's still not completed yet. Well, yeah. And here's another thing: what you need to worry about is the next hurricane. It's going to come and kick the shit out of that fence. That's for sure. That fence is going to go. Loop. Because from the accounts of it, you've only used what? How many posts have you used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You probably used 6 or 7 posts, so therefore you got 6 bags of cement. You seriously think 1 bag of cement, quick drying cement, is going to be enough for what each post in loose sand? You guys are an idiot. You guys are idiots. And yes, I know how to build fences, and I also know how to protect the fence from rotting. Because after a time, that pressurized seal that they've put into that wood wears off after a while. It's just like anything you put on, like all that stuff you put on fences to protect it. After a certain period of time, it wears off. You need to do your fence again. That's why you paint your fence once a year, right, to protect it. But hey, you know that, don't you? And considering Flea One, Lisa, you didn't get your fat ass out of that car once, tells me that all you do is sit on your ass and do absolutely nothing. Now you turn it, and now Bubbles and you and other people turn around and say, oh, I don't do anything all day. Actual fact, I do. I actually work. I actually do a lot of stuff, more than you think, actually. So why don't you try that, people? Why don't, instead of hating on Jeremy Hales, or hating, doing this hate campaign, this character assassination, this libel and all this shit, why don't you try to get all the money together to move those people out of that property? And I'm not, it's not an easy, oh yeah, that's easy said. No, but at the end of the day, if you don't want them to live in that environment, which they put themselves in the first place, they had every opportunity to not, progress with this, but they did. They ignored the assist. They ignored that. Why don't you put all that love and that support you give to Fleas and everyone else, and Bruce Almighty? Why don't you take all that money and buy them like a small property, and then put that property with everything that's on it, clean it up, and then sell that? At least then you'll be able to pay off the Gladiator. And you can make a couple of $1,000, and get yourself a decent sort of like little bungalow, or little cottage, or little house. At least then you all have your own rooms. And even if you wanted to, like that, you could put the caravan next to the property and attach it to the sewage, and John can stay in there, and you and the little one can stay in the house. You'll have, I know, but I'm going to say what I want to say, Will Burns, because I'm being sarcastic. Can't you tell with my voice? I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that I can say this shit and there's nothing they can do about it, because they know I'm right. They know I'm right. And I'm going to fucking carry on saying this. I'm going to carry on until they realize that they're bullshit. That there's no way they can bullshit themselves out of this. I don't give a fuck what people think. I really don't. I don't give a fuck what they think or what they say, because at the end of the day, it's nighttime. You remember that, Bubbles? But you wouldn't realize that, would you? Because the thing is, with you, Bubbles, because you're such a dickhead, you're balder over your eyes, so you don't know if it's daytime or nighttime, do you? And that's the thing. That's the whole thing about this. Everyone has always got the fight. Everyone has always got, something to say, but no one is actually hitting the nail on the head. Oh, a few people are. But when is it going to come to a point where the system, the government, or the courts are actually going to do something about it? Because I know exactly what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. The thing is, here's what they're doing, right? Here's what they're doing. They're keeping Lynette and John quiet, right? And what they're doing, they're attacking everybody, right? So it's only coming from one channel, yeah. And then you've got multiple channels responding or talking about what they're saying or what they've done or anything. And when they go to court and say, oh, look at all these people attacking these people. Look at all these people fucking saying this and all that shit. But here's the mistake they've done. Here's the mistake they've done. All right? This is a mistake. Guys, chill out. Wilburn, chill out. Everyone, chill out. Here's the mistake that they've done. They're going to try and use all this shit to say, oh, look at all this bullying. Look at all this bullshit. Look at all this. Look at all that. But what they don't realize is that there's so much evidence against them. All they are doing is they're trying to stop a sinking ship from sinking. Right, so Mitch, look, guys, stop. Okay, stop. I'm just saying it now. Stop. Right. I think you're misunderstanding each other. Right. So stop. Wilburn, stop. So Mitch, stop. I can see what's happened. Right. You guys went past each other. So just stop. Take a deep breath. Just step away. Take a deep breath, and then come back and have a giggle. Okay. And don't make me get the whip out. Don't make me ground you, dude. Don't make me get my belt. I'll get my belt. I will. Ooh, I will. So there's my suggestion. Get yourself a property in the middle of fucking nowhere. Wilburn, can you please just stop? Just drop it, please. I know it is in the water. It is in the water. I'm telling you right now. It is in the water. I'm telling you right now. It is in the water. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I have never had so many people at once in my stream. So I don't know what's going on here. I am not a rock star. There's 104 of you in here and only 77 thumbs up. I don't know if I'm being... Audio coffee, yeah. Yeah. Boil water advisory in effect. For fuck's sake. Oh, God, I tell you, sometimes... I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I've said 99% of what I wanted to say. I have said, and I've proven everything I've said. Yeah, something is in the air. Will Burns. All right. Everything I've said so far, and since I've proven certain individuals wrong, I'm not going to repeat myself. I refuse to repeat myself. I will comment on certain stuff that I've noticed, and I will comment on it. And if I need to elaborate on it, then I will do so. And if people and listen, people, if you don't like what I'm saying, then why are you here? If you don't like what I am addressing, then why are you listening? Oh, I swear to God, I'm about to fucking lose it in a minute. I tell you, I am sick and tired of this shit. Oh. Do you know, I always told myself I'm not gonna, you know, join. I'm gonna keep myself to myself and deal with this, you know, and 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 I think that's the best thing. I think that's the best thing for me to rethink the future of my interaction with people, because I've come to a point now where my patience has fucking run out. Now, no one has ever saw me angry. No one has ever saw me upset. But the thing is, with me, when I get my army head on, when I say it as it is, and I'm coming to a point where my patience is on the brink of running out. And I'm a type of person is that I say it as it is. And if people don't fucking like it, then have a guess what? Don't let the fucking door slam you on the way out. And that goes for everybody, right? I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here for the facts and truth. And if you think that for one moment that I am going to start elaborating and talking shit, and no, Tim, it's not my temper, because if I was fucking angry, sunshine, trust me, you would fucking know about it. All right? Okay? I assure you, you would know about it. This is me being serious. This is me. Enough is a fucking enough. If there's one more time someone fucking does what just happened again, all right, that is it. You are gone permanently. This is not a place for you to throw your fucking emotion. I don't care who it is. Do not fucking do it again. Consider this a fucking fair warning and a shot across the bow. Do not fucking test my resolve. I don't care if people don't like what I'm saying, or they do, or I don't care. At the end of the day, you're all mature adults. Make your own mind up, but do not test my resolve. I'm not like fucking Megan. I'm not like Tug. I'm not like Veteran Nation. I'm not like any of these people. I am an individual, and I am me. You want to sit here and you want to have opinion, you want to give constructive criticism, then you can do that. If you don't agree with what I'm saying and you want to make a statement, or you want to come in and say, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying, you can do that. But my response will be, well, if you don't like what I'm saying, don't listen to me then. If you don't like what I am proving, and the fact that I have proven multiple things, I don't care what anyone else says. It's not what when other people are discussing this same topic, they discuss it from their point of perspective, not mine. Get that in your fucking skulls. And here's a message to Bruce Matskin. Bruce, I'm giving you 1 week. It is the 24th today. You've got 1 week to make a public apology in regards of you know what. Let me give you a little hint. Laughing out loud and on you. That's all the hint you're going to get. You've got 1 week. And before you think that you can worm yourself out of this, just know that this information has been passed on to the authorities. Just so you know. But you've got 1 week. And here's a little bit of advice. Why don't you try and test my resolve and see how far I'm willing to fucking go? Try me. And the fleas and Super Dave. Yeah, I'm going to fucking name you now. Super Dave, Lisa and Tori, Robbie, Thomas Collins. Here's a little bit of advice for you fuckwits. Think before you speak. Check before you act. Because here's the thing, Super Dave. You've made yourself a laughing stock with a lot of people, especially with the fleas. Because I don't see you on their platform anymore. But you sit on yours and you try to be, oh, you're intelligent. No, you're not. You're a fucking idiot. And you're just out to make exactly what they're doing, making money. Now, I despise you. I fucking despise you. I tell you one thing, Guapo is a saint compared to you. You're a snake, Super Dave. AKA Jabba the Hoot. You're a snake. Every time you open your mouth, I'm surprised you don't have a tissue with you every time you open your mouth, or that your arse hasn't sued your face for the amount of shit that you talk. And the fact that you're trying to keep a low profile, well, it doesn't work when you accuse people of shit that you do. And there's a lot of stuff that you said that legally you could be held accountable for. Just an FYI. Hey, Robbie, why do you think the two fleas hang around you? Because the only clout or any clout that you've got left from when you were on Discovery Channel, when you were on the Swamp Brothers, that's the only thing that you've got to your name. That's the only thing you've got to your name. So why in God's good earth are you trying to fix your name? Why aren't you trying to repair the damage that has been done and make something out of yourself? But no, you hang around with those two absolute idiotic people. I wouldn't even call them people. They're pun life. And then we've got Flea 1 and 2. Lisa Weeks. I mean, I know your maiden name, but I'm not even going to waste my breath on that one. It's a fucking mouthful. And then Tory Jones. Yeah, I mean, you two are absolutely, you know, you've seen a newt here. You want to make some money. Oh no, Tim. Trust me, you would know if I lose my temper. I assure you, you will know 100% if I lose my temper. Because the thing is, I go silent. I go quiet when I get angry. There's a difference. So don't you concern yourself with that, mate. If I get fucking angry, mate, I go quiet. That's 99% of the time that's where you have to go, oh shit. But no, and here's the thing, you two, you know, now I know for a fact that you're making crystals yourself. Because the thing is, here's the problem. Sometimes you need to hide shit that you have lying around when you take pictures of yourself in your own home. Yeah. And also, you know, some of the crystals that you've shown, yeah. I've done my research. I've asked people. Oh, Kendra, she's as much use as a fart in a spacesuit. I mean, she would stand on the fucking traffic light. You know, people think that she's a fucking statue. Anyway, but yeah, you guys, and the fact that you actually sit there and you lie. So here's my question about this. If you are sitting on your platform and you're talking so much shit and you're lying so much on your platform, and the fact that you've got 18 short videos about your next door neighbor, that makes me think that you lied about your next door neighbor, that you actually stalked him. Now, why would you be out at 9 o'clock in the evening filming your next door neighbor? What did he do to upset you to a point? This is exactly the same behavior that you're directing at Jeremy Hells. Don't you find that interesting? Eh? Don't you find that interesting? And the fact that you've got CCTV facing directly at its property, but you don't want to make accusations towards Jeremy and Tubetown about cameras. Don't you find that contradictory? Hypocrisy much? Doesn't the word hypocrite come into that a lot? You know, people don't see this or don't think about this shit. But don't you find that interesting that you provoke the guy so much that he comes over and throws a t-shirt back at you? I mean, considering what the Villages is known for, what was it, STT, capital of Florida? And considering all the videos that I've seen about you two, you know, woof, woof, can I have my collar? And still, you'll attack people, you'll accuse people of God knows what, stalking, harassment, all that crap. Oh, you like that? As soon as Bruce gave you that information, you were jumped on that like it was like a pole dancing competition. And the fact that you still use it, right? But what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Sitting there harassing your next door neighbor. And this is way, way before you even jumped on this bandwagon. So don't you find that somewhat interesting? And guys, go and have a look. No, actually, don't give them the views. But here's the thing: 18 short videos of your next door neighbor on the other side of the way you live totally contradicts what you say because you've done it to him, all right? And then you accuse. Does anyone see a pattern here? Is it just me, or am I seeing a certain pattern of hypocrisy here? Yeah. Now, I know people are not going to like what I say. I know people are going to go, oh, fuck this. Or is he getting angry? Is it upset or anything else? Trust me, people, you would never, ever fucking know if I'm pissed off or not. And I can assure you, I don't get pissed off when I come on here. I'm firm and I say it as it is. And if you don't like it, you know what to do. Remember, Remember the 5th of December. Here's the problem for everybody. And it's a very easy problem to solve. All you have to do is do your own research. You don't have to. You know. You can watch my stream. You can watch Veteran Nation stream. You can watch all these streams, right? And you can fucking, you know, you can until you're blue in the face. But the only people who are going to find, you know, the only people who are going to find the facts are the people who look. And there's a pattern. Everything that they've done to the next door neighbor, they're doing to Jeremy. And it's not going to stop there. They're going to do it to other people. And they're going to do it to Pete. And the thing is, right now, they've got the in brackets, they've got the lawyer. They've got fucking Tweedle dickhead, right? Feeding them like, oh, say this, oh, say that, oh, say it. Because I'll tell you one thing now, you know, there's some shit they say on their stream. I know for a fact they're being fed by Bruce. I know for a fact they're being fed it by them, right? And the fact that he's involved his new bride, Tamara, who also needs to come up with a good explanation why she was in a Nunya account. You see, you two have made a big mistake. You were very easily caught, and that information was very easily, it was handed out to certain individuals, to me, and I was very surprised of how stupid you can be. Now, we already know that the fleas have doxed multiple people. We already know that, right? And that they associate themselves with people who cannot be trusted. But here's a word of advice to all of you. If you want the truth, just go and do your research. Just go and do your own research. Oh, yeah, I don't care if he is. Actual fact, I don't think he can come in here or talk because, no, I don't want him in here. If he comes in here, he's getting fucking pounded out because he's an absolute waste of oxygen. Actual fact, he needs to go into that forest, find that fucking tree that works really hard to produce oxygen and apologize to it profusely. Because he's doing all this for one thing, publicity. But what he doesn't realize is the publicity he's going to be getting over the next few months is not going to be the publicity he wanted in the first place. And here's another thing. Deucey, fleas. I don't have to convince anyone about anything. The thing is, I've got full control of your emotion, and that's one thing you can't handle, because every time I press that button, you make a mistake, and every time you make a mistake, people see it, and every time people see it, they see the truth. And you will never ever achieve the upper hand, no matter what you do. No matter what you do, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose very, very badly. And Deuce Boy, stop using the religious card. Stop rhetoric. You know, stop using an ideology card or a race card or discrimination card or whatever card you want to use. And that goes for you, Jabba. Okay, no one has ever questioned your background or anything. Well, I've questioned your background, but I've never questioned your religious background or your sexual orientation or anything. No one has. You're making that shit up. And the thing is, when I saw that in that letter, yeah, you tried it before and you failed. You tried it before and you failed. And here's the problem, big boy. You have to go back and find and figure out where you put that comment. because that's a while back. I've got it. I know where it is. I've got a screenshot of it. Your whole behavior from the minute go has been unprofessional, unethical, and you've got no integrity. So fuck knows why you're still hanging around. Why don't you do yourself a favor? Why don't you go and try and fix whatever future career ability you have as a lawyer? Why don't you go and do some damage control on that? Because I doubt very much if people have the balls, especially certain lawyers and certain people who are being dragged through the shit, if they've got the balls and the spine, they will take the actions, the legal actions they need to take to ensure that you will never ever practice law after this case. And that also goes for Scott Stark as well, because we all know what you guys were planning from the get-go. It's common sense. It is common sense. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a day because, to be honest with you, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. And I've got better things to do about talking about those fucking idiots. I'd rather go and have a good shit and read the newspaper. Actually, no, I'll go and watch no. But here's a word of advice. Don't do upon others that you want to be done upon you. That's the best advice I've got. That's not a bad thing, actually. That was bloody. Where did that come from? Where the hell did that come from? Don't do upon others that you don't want to be done upon you. That is freaking heavy. Where the fuck did that? Do you know, I've just noticed something. And Belinda, you have a fantastic day. You have a fantastic day, and have a joyful day. And God bless you. And thank you very much for coming, Belinda. I appreciate it. Yes. The golden rule: never eat Brussels sprouts if you're going to pee on someone. Right. Anyway, I'm not going to apologize for what I said and how I said it. Oh, you're driving your truck. Right, okay. Be careful, you got cops behind you. Gail, I'm always having a good one. Here's the thing about me. Nothing about this bothers me. The only thing that bothers me is that the fact that child is in the middle of all that shit. And it seems that child is being ignored. It's all good and fine sitting on your platform and trying to make money, but there's no transparency. There's no proof whatsoever. You don't know where all this money's going. What, you think that spending $5,000 on a fence, if that, do you think that's transparency? That's bullshit. And also they've basically made quite a lot of pickups. Or asparagus. Oh Christ, that shit smells. Yeah, been there, seen it. The golden rule: do unto others before they do it unto you. Well, that's one way. Sport. Yeah, Ammo Gold, love you too, sweetheart. In the end, we on this channel love each other one way or the other, and we really respect each other moments. But yeah, everyone's going to argue. But you're not going to argue with each other. I will step in and I will stop that argument. And if I have to put people in timeout or send them to their room or send you to your room without dinner, then I will do so. You know, Matthew 7:12. Hang on a minute. Matthew 7:12. Hang on. Wait a minute. Matthew 7. What was it? 12. So in everything do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sum up the law and the prophets. Do not judge or you will... wait a minute. Right. Press 1 if you want me to read this. Press 2 if you don't. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm just going to read it. I don't care what anyone fucking says. And do not judge, or you too will be judged. For the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure of you use will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your eye? You hypocrite. First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. Ask, seek, knock. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will open to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though through you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets. The narrow and wide gates. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide to the gate and the broad of the road leads to destruction. And many enter through it, but small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and the only few find it. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are furious wolves. How dare they use me as a... by their fruit will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus, by their fruit you will recognize them. Ooh, heavy. True and false disciplines. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on the day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy you in name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? They will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. And the last one, the wise and the foolish builders. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and put them into practice, it's like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the stream rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell with a great crash. When Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teachings, because he taught as one who had authority and not as their teachers by the law. Amen. Host picker refresh. I hope that's okay for you guys. I hope that was all right. Read the Bible. Reading plans about read the Bible. Read the Bible from the start to finish, with Genesis and Revelations. Read the book of the Bible as they were written historically, according to the estimate date of their writing. An intensive Bible reading plan that walks through 40 days. Oh, what's this? Read through the Gospels, Matthew, 40 days. Testament, New Testament. Reading through the Lent and Easter. Reading the Celebrity Advent. Verse of the day. Let's have a verse of the day, shall we? Okay, here's the verse of today. Here's the verse of the day. Colossians 2:6-7. So then, just as you received Jesus Christ the Lord, continue to live in your lives within him, rooted and built up in him, strengthened in his faith as you were taught, and overflow the thankfulness. And considering I just read that out, I like to make an apology for my bad language that I've used in my stream today. There you go. Amen. I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, you're all making me soft. You're all making me softy now. And thank you very much for the 526th person who joined me. Thank you so much for trusting me, and thank you very much for following or subscribing or whatever you want to fucking call it. Just know that I'm not going to beat around the bush. I say it as it is, and if you get easily offended, then go and take a seat. Think about what you seek and what you wish for, and figure out if this is the right place for you. Because I'm not going to change for anybody. I will respect everybody like I respect everyone, but don't expect me to, I will say it as it is. Okay? Well, Wilburns, I'm not, how can I put this? I am not, I have my own relationship with the big man, right? Everyone has their own different ways, and I don't disclose my private stuff. But I'm not scared, or I am not scared of, reading that out. I'm quite happy to do that, and as long as it makes you guys happy and it makes you it fulfills your desire for today, then I will do that. Yeah. But anyway, guys, it is 2 hours and 55 minutes in, and The holy parsnip entered. Lisa. Oh, God. I do respect everybody, but if one word of advice, I know when people are having a bad day. I know when people are emotional. And I'm telling you now, as of today, if you come in here emotional, right, or you get emotional with anyone else, I'm timing you out for 1 minute. And if you continue, you get timed out for 12 hours. And that goes across the board. I'm not pointing at anybody. That goes across the board, because emotions should not be involved in this. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is wasting your emotions on someone who don't care about your emotions. Right? You need to remember that these people don't care how you feel. They don't care. Right? We do. We care about each other, but they don't. They want, because the thing is, they want a reaction. And where does a reaction come from? From uncontrollable emotions. Because here's an old saying, which a long time ago someone told me. If it's foggy and you can't see the enemy, then you can't be afraid, because you won't see what they're planning. And the thing is, the same will go for them, because they can't see you and they can't see what you're planning. They're going to be afraid as well. All right. So just imagine everything's foggy. Don't give them any time. Just so you know, at the end of the day, and it's nighttime, we know the truth, and we know what they're doing. It is a 100% character assassination of Jeremy Hales and George. And I don't agree on some of the stuff that Jeremy said and done, but at the end of the day, he has every right to be himself. He's got every right to protect himself. And what they've been doing over the last 2.5 years is wrong in every sense. Yeah, but Wilbur, when he made me, he broke the mold. But anyway, you know what's going to happen now, don't you? You know what's happening now. You know what's going to happen now. Oh, guess what's going to happen now. And I can promise you that in the future that I will start doing questions and answers again, and I will start reading. In actual fact, you know what? The Palmers, I promise, the next time I'm live, I want you to tell me what stories you want me to read. Okay, and basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the stories, and then I'm going to record them, and then I'm going to poke you. Well, I'm going to put your name in there so you know them. All right. Okay, so I'll let you know, and I will even name the stream. All right, it'll be called a story time. All right, so and then basically what we'll do, we'll figure out what we can read. Yeah, and we need to do it in the next week or so. Okay. And Bubbles, don't forget, you've got 1 week as of today to come clean. Don't forget. I don't forget. And you don't want to you don't want to challenge my resolve. You won't like it. You will not like it one bit. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you to all the trolls and the haters outside giving me views. And I just want to say again to everybody, thank you. And remember, a smile a day keeps the idiots away, right? So love you and leave it, and you know how it goes. You know how it goes.